Ladies and gentlemen, male sexual health is not just about what happens in the bedroom. It is the foundation of a man's vitality, strength, and confidence in every area of life. Your sexual health is a mirror of your overall health. It reveals the state of your body, your mind, and your emotional balance. A strong body supports powerful erections, but it is the mind that controls arousal, stamina, and performance. When men ignore their sexual wellness, they silently sacrifice energy, masculinity, and intimacy. Your sexual drive is powered by hormones, blood flow, and mental clarity, and when one is out of balance, performance collapses. Testosterone is not just about muscles, it is the engine of male desire, aggression, and endurance. Low testosterone means low confidence, low drive, and a body that refuses to perform at its peak. Your blood vessels carry life into your erections, and any blockage from poor diet, smoking, or stress can rob you of your natural power. Erectile strength is a reflection of cardiovascular health. If your erections are weak, your heart is speaking to you. Ignoring this connection is dangerous because poor sexual health is often the first warning sign of deeper medical problems. Men who treat sex like a performance only focus on the act, but true sexual health means nurturing the whole system that makes performance possible. The brain is the most powerful sex organ because arousal begins with thoughts, emotions, and signals from your nervous system. Stress kills desire, anxiety short circuits arousal, and depression numbs the very chemical pathways that ignite passion. A healthy mind leads to healthy sex, and mental fitness is as important as physical fitness in sustaining performance. Porn addiction rewires your brain, making natural intimacy feel dull, reducing dopamine sensitivity, and weakening your real world erections. Overstimulation tricks your brain into chasing novelty instead of satisfaction, leaving you unfulfilled with your partner. True masculine sexual health means reclaiming focus, control, and connection to real intimacy. Nutrition is not just fuel for muscles, it is fuel for sexual energy because every vitamin and mineral plays a role in blood flow and hormone balance. Zinc builds testosterone, magnesium relaxes blood vessels, omega-3 sin improves circulation, and antioxidants protect your cells from aging. Skipping proper nutrition robs your body of the raw materials it needs to stay virile and powerful. Exercise is not only about looking good, it is about building endurance, strength, and confidence that translate directly into sexual performance. Cardio keeps the blood flowing, weights build testosterone, and flexibility reduces the stiffness that limits pleasure. Men who train their bodies train their erections because the same circulation that pumps iron pumps life into intimacy. Sleep is a secret weapon of sexual health because during deep rest, testosterone rises and the body repairs itself. Without proper sleep, desire crashes, energy disappears, and erections fade in both frequency and strength. Morning erections are nature's report card, a nightly signal of your sexual and cardiovascular health. When they vanish, it is not just about age, it is about lifestyle and neglect. Hydration fuels circulation, and dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder to achieve the strength you need. A dehydrated body is a tired body, and a tired body cannot perform at its peak. Alcohol may lower inhibitions, but it also kills erections by dulling the nervous system and restricting blood flow. Smoking destroys blood vessels, shrinking your masculine power with every puff. Drugs promise pleasure but steal performance, leaving only dependency and decline. Real men protect their health because they know sexual power comes from self-respect, not shortcuts. Every decision you make daily is either feeding your performance or draining it. Confidence is born from preparation, from knowing your body will respond when you need it most. Without discipline and health, confidence in bed is always fragile. Sexual health is about self-mastery, about controlling your energy, your habits, and your mindset. Men who learn control last longer, feel stronger, and satisfy deeper. Communication with your partner is as vital as communication with your body, because sexual health is a shared experience. A man who understands his body can guide his partner, explore her desires, and create intimacy that goes beyond physical release. Performance is not measured in minutes, it is measured in connection, in the depth of pleasure, and in the power of presence. To understand your sexual health is to understand your masculinity, because the two are inseparable. When you feel strong sexually, you walk taller, you speak with confidence, and you live with purpose. Neglecting this part of life weakens more than just your bedroom skills. It weakens your drive in business, in relationships, and in personal growth. Sexual energy is creative energy. The same fire that fuels intimacy fuels ambition, discipline, and success. Cultures across history celebrated male virility as a sacred power because they understood that sex is life force. When you take care of your sexual health, you are not just preparing for intimacy, you are unlocking the very energy that drives your existence. Every workout, every meal, every night of rest is an investment in the strength of your erections, the depth of your orgasms, and the quality of your life. Self-care is sexual care, and ignoring one is ignoring the other. Men must destroy the stigma around sexual health because silence leads to shame, and shame kills confidence. Knowledge is liberation because the more you understand your body, the more power you have to control it. Powerful sexual health does not come from pills. It comes from consistent effort, awareness, and self-respect. Your partner deserves your best, but most importantly, you deserve to experience your best. Every man can reclaim his vitality, but it begins with making sexual health a priority, not an afterthought. Sexual health is not optional. It is the heartbeat of masculinity, the proof of discipline, and the secret to longevity. Confidence and intimacy is not built in the bedroom, it is built in the mind, the body, and the heart, long before you ever touch your partner. A man who knows himself, who trusts his body, and who controls his mind radiates an energy that makes intimacy unforgettable. Confidence is not arrogance, it is calm presence. It is the quiet strength that says you belong here, you are enough, and you are in control. True intimacy begins not with penetration, but with connection. The ability to make your partner feel safe, desired, and understood. When a man listens deeply, he unlocks her desire before he even touches her body. Confidence is not about how long you last, it is about how fully you show up in every moment of pleasure. A man who is fully present can turn a kiss into fireworks and a touch into an explosion of passion. Intimacy is not about tricks, it is about attention, because a woman feels everything when she feels you are fully with her. Performance is magnified by communication, and when you ask, listen, and respond, you create intimacy far beyond the physical. Confidence is not about proving yourself, it is about expressing yourself, showing your authentic desire without fear. Fear kills intimacy because fear takes you out of the moment, but confidence breathes life into every moment. A confident man does not rush. He understands that pleasure is not a race, but a journey. A confident man knows that foreplay is not optional. It is the foundation of deep arousal and connection. When you learn to slow down, to savor every sensation, your partner feels desired, cherished, and fulfilled. A confident man does not fear her needs. He embraces them because her pleasure is his power. Intimacy is not one-sided, it is an exchange of energy, and when you give generously, you receive even more in return. Confidence is not about ego, it is about mastery, the ability to guide, explore, and create an experience together. Every touch, every word, every look can build desire when you carry yourself with certainty. When you believe in your ability to satisfy, your partner feels that belief and surrenders to it fully. Confidence is built through preparation, through knowing your body is strong, healthy, and ready to perform. Confidence is built through discipline, through training your stamina, your control, and your presence. Confidence is built through self-awareness, by learning what excites you, what calms you, and how to channel that energy into intimacy. A man who breathes deeply and stays calm can control his climax, lasting as long as he chooses. A man who learns to control his arousal can take his partner to heights of pleasure she has never imagined. Confidence is knowing that your value does not depend on performance alone, but on the way you make your partner feel. Confidence is knowing that even when things do not go perfectly, you remain powerful, attractive, and masculine. Intimacy is not destroyed by imperfection. It is strengthened by authenticity, by laughter, by openness. A confident man does not hide his vulnerability, because vulnerability makes intimacy real and unforgettable. When you open your heart, you invite your partner to open hers, and the connection becomes deeper than physical pleasure. Confidence comes from knowledge, and the more you understand the female body, the more power you have to unlock her desire. Every woman is different, but every woman wants to feel seen, wanted, and adored. Confidence is knowing how to touch, how to tease, how to listen to her breathing and let it guide you. Confidence is knowing that the mind is the most powerful erogenous zone, and that words can arouse as deeply as touch. Whispered desire, gentle praise, and seductive tone can ignite her body before your hands even reach her skin. Confidence is knowing when to lead and when to follow, when to dominate and when to surrender, when to take control and when to let her rise. Intimacy is a dance, and confidence allows you to guide the rhythm with ease and fluidity. A man who communicates openly about desires and boundaries creates a safe space for ultimate pleasure. Confidence is not silent, it speaks clearly. It expresses desire without shame. It asks questions without fear. It admits needs without hesitation. Confidence is knowing that your masculinity is not fragile, that you can explore, experiment, and enjoy without losing who you are. A confident man celebrates his partner's pleasure as much as his own, because her satisfaction is proof of his presence and power. When you remove the pressure of performance and replace it with the joy of exploration, every moment becomes powerful. Confidence allows you to last longer, not because of tricks, but because you are calm, relaxed, and fully in control of your body. Confidence allows you to satisfy more deeply, not because of ego, but because you focus entirely on her experience as much as your own. Confidence allows you to recover quickly, because stress is gone and energy flows freely. Confidence is built over time, through practice, through patience, and through experience, but it is always within your reach. A man who doubts himself is distracted, but a man who believes in himself is unstoppable. Confidence makes eye contact powerful, turning a glance into electricity that sparks desire. Confidence makes your touch magnetic because it carries certainty, direction, and passion. Confidence makes your presence intoxicating because she feels safe, desired, and excited all at once. Intimacy is amplified when confidence removes hesitation, when every move feels natural and every touch feels right. A confident man never begs for validation because he knows his worth and his partner feels that strength. A confident man never fears rejection because he knows that his power comes from within, not from approval. Confidence makes you unforgettable because women remember not just what you did, but how you made them feel. Confidence creates freedom, freedom to try, to explore, to enjoy without fear of judgment. Confidence transforms sex from a mechanical act into a passionate experience of connection and energy. Confidence turns your body into an instrument of pleasure, and your mind into the conductor of desire. Confidence makes every kiss linger longer, every touch go deeper, every moment burn hotter. Confidence is not given to you, it is built through work, through discipline, through self-respect. When you respect your body, when you train your mind, when you honor your partner, confidence becomes unshakable. Confidence is not about being perfect. It is about being real, being strong, being present, and being fearless. Confidence is the foundation of unforgettable intimacy, and without it, no technique or trick will ever be enough. Confidence is magnetic. Confidence is addictive. Confidence is the difference between sex that is forgettable and sex that is life-changing. Confidence is the silent power that makes a man irresistible, because it radiates in his eyes, his touch, his voice, and his presence. Confidence is the secret weapon of masculinity, and when you master it, intimacy becomes limitless. Every man faces challenges in his sexual health, but true strength is found not in denial, but in confronting them with courage and clarity. Erectile dysfunction is not a curse. It is a signal from your body that something needs attention. Low libido is not weakness. It is a message that your hormones, your stress, or your lifestyle are out of balance. Premature ejaculation is not failure. It is simply a lack of control that can be trained, mastered, and transformed into confidence. Performance anxiety is not permanent, it is the illusion created when your mind works against your body instead of with it. Every challenge in the bedroom is an opportunity to rebuild, to grow, and to claim mastery over yourself. Ignoring problems does not make them disappear, it makes them stronger, and silence only feeds the shame. The first step to overcoming challenges is understanding that you are not alone. Millions of men struggle in silence with the same issues. Masculinity is not measured by never having challenges, it is measured by how you rise to conquer them. Weak erections are often the first warning sign of heart disease, poor blood flow, or metabolic imbalance. Your body is speaking to you when performance declines, and a wise man listens before it becomes too late. Stress destroys arousal because the body cannot focus on pleasure when it is trapped in survival mode. Porn addiction trains the brain to need extreme stimulation, leaving natural intimacy feeling dull and unsatisfying. Depression numbs desire because the very chemicals that fuel pleasure are drained by mental exhaustion. Alcohol may make you bold, but it makes you soft, robbing your erections and killing your stamina. Smoking damages the blood vessels that give life to your erections, making every cigarette a strike against your virility. Drugs that promise highs often lead to permanent lows, leaving men dependent, weak, and broken. Obesity crushes testosterone, slows circulation, and suffocates performance until vitality disappears. Diabetes silently attacks the nerves and vessels needed for erections, making prevention the most powerful cure. Hormonal imbalance drains confidence, energy, and libido, and without balance, a man cannot feel like himself. Every challenge is a system out of sync, and every system can be repaired with knowledge, discipline, and action. Men who struggle often hide, but hiding solves nothing, and shame is heavier than any physical problem. A strong man seeks answers, asks questions, and takes back control over his own body. Medical help is not weakness, it is wisdom, because early treatment saves lives and restores strength. Therapy is not for the broken, it is for the brave who want freedom from anxiety, stress, and mental chains. A man who learns to control his breath, learns to control his climax, and mastery over the body begins with mastery over the mind. Mindfulness trains presence, and presence erases fear, because anxiety lives only in thoughts, not in reality. Sex is not a performance, it is a connection, and when you focus on connection, the fear of failure disappears. A man who communicates with his partner builds trust, and trust removes pressure, allowing pleasure to flow. Every partner wants honesty more than perfection, and when you share your struggle, intimacy deepens instead of breaking. True masculinity is not pretending to be flawless, it is standing firm in vulnerability and choosing to rise stronger. When you confront premature ejaculation with training, you learn control, and that control becomes your confidence. When you confront erectile dysfunction with lifestyle change, you rebuild not just your erection but your entire health. When you confront low libido with balance and rest, your desire comes back with a fire more powerful than before. The body is resilient, and every challenge can be reversed if you commit to healing instead of hiding. Exercise repairs circulation, boosts testosterone, and brings oxygen back into every cell of your body. Clean nutrition removes toxins, balances hormones, and fuels the chemistry of desire. Sleep restores energy, repairs tissues, and reignites the spark of masculine drive. Meditation lowers cortisol, increases dopamine, and makes space for pleasure to thrive again. Communication with your partner removes pressure and builds understanding, transforming fear into passion. Supplements like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D are not just nutrients, they are weapons against weakness. Avoiding pornography resets the brain, rebuilding sensitivity, and restoring the excitement of real intimacy. Practicing control in self-pleasure rewires the body for stamina, turning quick release into delayed mastery. Challenges exist to teach you discipline, to force you to upgrade, to push you into becoming the man you were meant to be. No man was born perfect in bed. Every master was once a beginner who learned, practiced, and overcame. The shame you feel is only an illusion, because every man you admire has faced the same struggles you fear. What separates the weak from the strong is not who had problems, but who chose to face them and conquer them. There is no challenge that defines you, only the choices you make in response define the man you become. Erectile dysfunction does not mean you are less of a man, it means you must care for your body more than before. Premature ejaculation does not mean you are unworthy, it means your body needs training, patience, and practice. Low libido does not mean you have failed, it means your energy has been misplaced and must be restored. Performance anxiety does not mean you are broken, it means your confidence needs to be rebuilt through experience and trust. These challenges are not punishments, they are invitations to awaken, to transform, and to reclaim your true masculine energy. A man who ignores his challenges slowly dies inside, but a man who faces them is reborn stronger than ever. The truth is that sexual challenges are never purely physical or purely mental. They are always a combination of both. You cannot fix the body and ignore the mind, and you cannot fix the mind and ignore the body. You must master both. The warrior inside you is not destroyed by struggle, he is forged by it, and the fire of difficulty hardens the steel of masculinity. When you begin the journey of overcoming challenges, you are not just improving your sex life, you are rebuilding your identity as a man. Your partner will feel the difference when you return with confidence, strength, and control. Your energy will transform not just your intimacy, but your entire life. Because sexual power fuels ambition, focus, and drive. The man who overcomes challenges in the bedroom overcomes challenges in business, in relationships, and in every arena of life. Mastery over your sexual health is mastery over your destiny, because nothing is stronger than a man who knows his own power. Sexual performance is not something you switch on at night. It is something you build every single day with discipline, choices, and self-mastery. Every decision you make about food, movement, sleep, and mindset is either charging your sexual battery or draining it dry. Nature designed the male body to perform with strength, stamina, and passion, but modern habits weaken this natural power. The secret is not in quick fixes or pills. The secret is in creating a lifestyle that fuels performance from the inside out. Your blood flow is your lifeline, and without strong circulation, there can be no strong erections. Every push-up, every sprint, every squat is not just training your muscles. It is training the very system that delivers life into your erections. Cardio sharpens your endurance. Weight training spikes your testosterone. And stretching unlocks flexibility that makes intimacy explosive. Exercise is not about vanity. It is about building the body that can last, perform, and recover at its peak. When you sweat, you detoxify. When you move, you energize. And when you push your limits, you expand your sexual power. Stamina in bed begins with stamina in life, and a man who cannot control his breath during exercise will struggle to control it in intimacy. The same discipline that keeps you going for one more rep is the discipline that keeps you going for one more round. Your diet is your daily prescription for virility, because food is not just calories, it is chemistry. Processed junk clogs your arteries, kills your testosterone, and poisons your erections. Whole living foods keep your blood thin, your hormones balanced, and your desire alive. Zinc is the spark that fuels testosterone, and without it your drive withers. Magnesium relaxes your blood vessels, opening the highways of circulation that give you firmness and control. Omega-3s nourish your cardiovascular system, keeping the pump of life strong and consistent. Antioxidants protect your cells from the slow death of aging, keeping you vital and youthful in your performance. Every piece of fruit, every green vegetable, every lean protein is a step towards stronger erections and unstoppable desire. Water is your silent ally because dehydration makes your blood sluggish, your energy weak, and your stamina collapse. A hydrated body responds faster, lasts longer, and recovers quicker. Sleep is the hidden weapon of performance because in the dark hours your testosterone rises and your body repairs. A man who sleeps less than 6 hours is silently killing his drive, his focus, and his erection quality. Deep sleep is when growth hormone and testosterone flood your body, priming you for peak sexual performance. Every late night scrolling, every skipped hour of rest is a direct attack on your masculinity. Stress is the enemy of natural performance because it floods your body with cortisol that crushes testosterone. A stressed man cannot relax, a stressed man cannot connect, a stressed man cannot perform. Breathing deeply, meditating, and letting go of tension resets your nervous system and reignites your sexual fire. Your nervous system is the conductor of arousal, and when it is overloaded, signals break down, erections weaken, and desire disappears. Relaxation is not laziness, it is preparation because only a calm man can control his body with mastery. Alcohol seduces men into believing it boosts confidence, but in reality it weakens arousal, slows blood flow, and shortens endurance. Drugs and smoking may promise escape, but they are assassins of erections, killing the very system that gives you power. Real confidence comes from a body that is ready to perform naturally, not from chemicals that betray you when you need strength. Sunlight is nature's testosterone booster, and just 20 minutes of daily sun can ignite your hormonal fire. Vitamin D deficiency is silent castration, stealing your energy, your mood, and your sex drive without warning. A man who hides indoors is a man who hides from his natural vitality. Discipline in health builds discipline in performance, and men who master their bodies master their intimacy. Porn teaches instant gratification, but real performance is built on patience, connection, and control. Training your body to last is training your mind to stay present, and presence is the key to unforgettable intimacy. Confidence is not built in the bedroom, it is built in the gym, in the kitchen, in every disciplined choice you make when no one is watching. When you treat your body like a temple, your partner will experience your body like a force of nature. Natural performance is not about tricks, it is about aligning biology with purpose and lifestyle with power. Every man has the potential to perform like a champion, but only those who honor their health unlock it. Your testosterone is your currency of masculinity, and every poor choice you make spends it recklessly. Protecting your testosterone means protecting your confidence, your energy, and your ability to satisfy. Excess sugar is poison to your erections, spiking insulin, storing fat, and draining your testosterone levels into weakness. A lean body is a virile body because fat cells convert testosterone into estrogen, feminizing men silently. Obesity is the thief of masculinity, and every pound of excess weight is a pound of stolen sexual power. Men who take control of their weight take control of their performance, their confidence, and their future. Breath is the rhythm of performance, and men who master breathing can control arousal, delay climax, and amplify pleasure. A shallow breather is a weak lover, but a deep breather is a master of control. Sexual energy flows strongest in a body that moves daily, eats clean, rests deeply, and thinks clearly. Peak performance is not magic, it is math. Your inputs create your outputs, your habits create your results. You cannot eat garbage, sit all day, ignore sleep, drown in stress, and expect to perform like a king. Kings earn their crowns through discipline, through sacrifice, through daily choices that build their throne of power. Masculinity is expressed through action, and the man who takes control of his health takes control of his destiny. Sexual performance is not about tricks or secrets. It is about showing up with energy, with stamina, with focus, and with presence. When your body is primed, your erections are hard, your desire is high, and your control is unshakable. Every meal, every workout, every hour of sleep is an investment in your future nights of passion. You cannot cheat nature, but you can master it. And mastery begins with respecting the laws of health. The man who builds natural performance becomes unforgettable, unstoppable, and untouchable in intimacy.